Hello guys, welcome back my channel, Mexican and Latin culture. In this occasion, I'm gonna talk to you about how to avoid getting a scam when it comes about renting an apartment or an apartment specifically. For roommates, normally people don't scam, but they might scam you as looking for a roommate also. Okay, so please take note of these tips and suggestions for you to don't be a victim of this soulless motherfuckers. That there are many. Like, you have no idea how many they are, okay, by the way. But please, first, don't forget giving your thumbs up. Please, your subscription is very appreciated. It's just the beginning of a friendship and a deeper relationship, you know. And share it with your friends also, okay, to preventing them or using your regular social networks in your histories or in your Facebook posting, and people will really appreciate this information. Okay, it's necessary. It's very necessary. Okay, so the first advice is that if it sounds too good, the first red flag is that if it sounds too good to be true, is because it's not. Okay, it's fake, it's not true, it's not a real advertise. And if it seems very good and, you know, furnished or very pretty, this has happened to me also here in Canada. Once I found an apartment furnished, super, in the pictures looks super clean, super pretty, beautiful furnished, 1-bedroom apartment for a very low price. And when I started texting this woman, I realized that she wanted me to make a pre-deposit of a minimum. She wanted the half of the money. It was the rent. It was supposed to be like 1,100 for a 1-bedroom apartment in around downtown area in Montreal. Can you believe it? For myself, in the pictures, it looks weird. It looks no, not weird. I was gonna say weird. It looks big, white. But yeah, once this woman told me this, I told her, no, I ain't gonna fall in your cheating. You are such a you are such a liar. I already know what it's all this about, you know, and I ain't gonna fall in your lies, you know. I wish I could know your real name so I could go to the police and, you know, accusing you, because what you're doing is just not fair. And I told her like a lot of things about karma, like what goes around comes around. You are such a motherfucker. I was angry because this is what some people does for living, you know, and it's evil because it's your money. You might be, you know, like saving money for paying this rent, or maybe you might be saving money for showing enough funds in your balance account and your account balance. And either way, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. Okay, so yeah, don't trust them, especially. And second place, first red flag is if it's too good to be true. Second, they will try to ask you for a deposit just for showing you the apartment. Can you believe it? And they want to make it seems like a very good deal, like a perfect deal. Like, wow, I'm so lucky that I found this ad. I'm so lucky that I found this offer. Wow, I should hurry before someone else get it. And this is the kind of pressure they will put on you. They will tell you, oh, you need to give a deposit because there is many people wanting to see it. We have a waiting list to watch it. And they could also tell you, we have the agenda full for today and tomorrow, but if you pay this deposit, we could make the space in the agenda to showing you the apartment maybe today in the afternoon or at nighttime. Once you make the deposit, they will stop answering you. They will ignore your text. They might even block you. Okay. And yeah, basically these are the advices, the suggestions. And also, like, in the safety, talking about the safeness tips, like, you shouldn't go out like in an isolated area. If the place is the apartment, there is where they are renting it, because you might get robbed, you know, and be threatened with a gun or with a knife. Try to don't rent in an isolated areas, and don't look for rents in these kind of areas. And if you go there, ahead in an Uber for the showing of the apartment, ahead in an Uber. But obviously, I mean, this is very obvious. Okay, so don't try to, if the place looks suspicious, if the area looks lonely, I suggest you to better quick on visiting this apartment, okay, or this house, whatever you see advertised. But I would say mainly these are the most important topics about how to rent safely in Mexico and also in Latin America. Okay, take note of these advices, and if you know more ways to realize it's a scam, write them in the comments so we can all read them, or we can all also read your experiences of you being scammed by this kind of people. But please, never, 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 ever pay any money in advance before seeing the apartment. And also, not even because you might have, when watching it, maybe you've seen it already, don't sign any contract if you don't have the keys in your hands yet. You need to have the keys in your hands and signing the lease in person. Just do it this way. This is the way that has always worked for me, and everything went well. Pay the money in cash or with a transfer. Once you have visited the apartment already, once you have liked it, please check. Okay, after I finish this, I will tell you. Well, no, I prefer doing it right now. Check the walls that they be made of full concrete. In case you don't be tolerant with noises, check they be like solid concrete. The division that divides the floor from the lower below floors is solid concrete. Also check that the water of the shower works perfectly, hot and cold, both temperatures. Check that the pressure be good, because these are the little details that they don't want you to see, they don't want you to find out. So when you are already renting, you fix them by yourself. Okay, the pressure of the water, details in the stove, details in the fridge that are not working properly, I don't know, everything. And it's also good for they to write it on the lease. And once it's written on the lease that these things were already existing, you know, like some scratches on the wall or in the furnish, whatever. So for when your lease finish, they don't want to charge you extra for those details that you didn't make. Okay, so okay, this also, and last but not least, pay the money. Talking about the money, just pay, transfer once you have visited the apartment, once you be agree with the area, with the apartment conditions, and after you be with the lease ready to sign it, or sign it already, and the owner or the landlord gives you the keys in your hand. Okay, and you will, believe me, you will avoid frustration moments. You will avoid being, you know, like bad emotions caused by the fraud or the scam. Okay, it also applies for when you see a car and you want to buy a car. You only pay not only when you saw it, because the supposed owner might show it to you in person, the car, the details and whatever, but you just pay once he has the documents of the car on his or her hands, whatever, in paper, all the car documents. Google, because I don't remember exactly which are all the documents you need. Google them, which are all the documents makes me the owner of a car. And once you make the agreement about the price, about how much you are going to pay, and the owner has the documents, the papers, and also the lease, you will sign a compraventa. I don't remember exactly how to say this in English, but compraventa, contrato de compraventa. You sign it both, and then you can proceed with the payment, or the e-transfer, the cash payment or the e-transfer. Okay, and this is it. I hope you have liked this video. Oh, and also, never pay anything, not even if it's a bike. Never make an agreement of paying in cash by preference. And if you do it in cash, try to make it in a bank, inside the bank installations, or inside maybe a mall, you know, a shopping center where there is many people, or a close police area, for in case that after you pay, the scammer doesn't run away with the money, or don't point you with a gun in order to get the money of the car and leave with the car running. Okay, by preference, just try to pay with transfer, you know, e-transfer. And if you are the seller of a car, because this happened to me once I was trying to sell a car, my last car, the last time I sold my last car, this motherfucker wanted to pay me with a check, with a transfer check. We have to wait for 24 hours. We have to wait for 24 hours before giving him the keys of the car and the documents. And I never see reflected the money on my bank account. This motherfucker wanted to have my car and go away. He was pressuring just too much. He was just putting too much pressure for me to give him the documents of the car, which I didn't do. For some kind of reason, I feel in debt with him. He made me feel so rushed, so pressure, like, oh, here, I just made you the transfer of the check. And my parents and I, we wasn't very convinced since the very beginning about getting paid with a bank check, with a bank check transfer. And I felt so like committed with him, because he's I just want him to leave my house, the apartment. So I told him, okay, if we just want you to go now because this is taking too long, we've been waiting for a while already. I will give you my passport in case, oh my God, my passport. in case you want, in case the check be reflected within a couple hours or tomorrow morning. And it was such a stupid thing. He made me feel so committed with him, you know, like in depth with him for some kind of reason. They are very manipulative. They are like kind of psychologists. They are manipulative. They are psychologists. They are evil. They are evil people. So he ran away with my fucking passport. I was like, okay, maybe if I don't get the money, he might come back tomorrow morning as we agreed and give me my passport back. He did. I had to went to the government offices, getting a new passport again, paying for a new passport again, because this motherfucker. And since my father saw him and he saw his behavior and how he was talking, like he warned me and my mom about him, about his behavior. But we didn't realize till it was very late. I wish he had the guts to tell us, me and my mom, especially me, like, yo, this is a fucking scammer. And these are the reasons why I think he's a scammer. He's not trying to pay you. He's trying to go away with the car and the documents of the car, okay? So please take note, never accept a fucking deposit, a fucking check deposit transfer. It has to be a regular transfer. It has to be a regular, normal transfer. E-transfer, SPAY transfer. Whenever somebody wants to pay you for your car, for the car that you are selling with a transfer, it needs to be an e-transfer, okay? Take note of it. Never ever accept a deposit, the bank deposit check, never, because it will not be reflected. It will, because in my application, for some kind of reason, it appears as a check in transit, but I never receive it. It's like a kind of trick they have. Okay, or otherwise accept the payment in cash. Tell them that you prefer to be paid for your car in cash, but do it in a police station, or inside a bank, in front of an executive, in front of the executive of the bank, or any friend that you know that works in that bank there, or in a last but not least, in a shopping center, in a mall. But here you run with the risk that they want to scam you with a fake deposit check, or they want to run away with your money. Either way, anyways, these are the basics for don't suffer of scammings in Mexico or in Latin America, okay? Take note, please. I send you a big hug. Comment which have been your experiences as a fraud or a scam victim, and if you fall in the scam, or if you could, you know, escape from the scam, or if you could realize it was a scam on time. And please give me your thumbs up, share it in your social networks to prevent other people that are living in Mexico, foreign people of Europe or first world countries, where this doesn't happen often, but in these countries, yes, okay? Share it, give me your thumbs up, subscribe, please subscribe, don't forget it. I will appreciate it so much. And I send you a hug. Take care.